Well, around here, we certainly know that being a mom is one of the greatest joys in life. And we have some proud moms here at Arizona's Family. It's that bond between mother and child that inspired a local author's story. The Color of Mother is based on a poem Chelsea Young wrote for her mom when she was a little girl, and it lives on today. This morning, she's talking about her new children's book, her first children's book, which is a tribute to all moms and essentially moms and the children that they love. So she's joining us this morning to talk all about it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
This is very exciting because we know you as the editor of So Scottsdale magazine.
Yes.
So you're usually focused on fashion and what's going on around town and the hot spots and all of that. This is a total 180.
Yes, this has been a passion project of mine. I love what I do with the magazine, and this just kind of feeds that creative fire that I have, and using some of my creative writing tools to get a different message out.
So we're talking about color, the color of mother, because that was sort of the theme of a poem you actually wrote your mom when you were a little girl. It's so sweet.
Yes, thank you. So I have the poem here, and I wrote it when I was 11. So this was Mother's Day, 1998. It was May 10th. It's signed and dated here. And I've always loved colors. And then, of course, my own relationship with my mom truly inspired me to write this. And now it's the foundation of this book.
That is really beautiful because you're still able to tap into the way, the innocent and kind of, awe-filled way that a child can look at their mom when they kind of just mean everything, right?
Yeah, that and its color is such a universal language, right? And I do activities with kids related to the book. When I do book readings, and then I'll lead them through an activity where they can color the way they view their mom.
Okay.
And so kids really relate to that. I've had kids say, well, my mom's green because she's caring, and that's great. That's what this book is about. It's really about being able to celebrate that uniqueness, and anyone can be any color.
And that is a really unique way to describe that love and that kind of relationship, right? So do you remember kind of how you felt when you were first writing this poem to your mom?
It's funny, I look back and I don't remember. I found this in a stack of childhood writing about 4 years ago, and I don't really have a memory of writing it so young. But I know when I found it a few years ago, I thought, this is a message that needs to be out in the world. It needs to be something that more than my own mom or myself hear, and that kids and moms everywhere can hear.
You were just a prodigy. You were just churning out poems. She's always happy, never down. She's always up on her feet and spinning around. I mean, to have your child be seeing you in kind of this incredibly positive, active, dynamic way, I mean, that is really beautiful sentiment to capture.
Thank you. Well, those lines have actually shifted a little bit in the book. It talks about the mom dancing around, and that's what I was really getting at. As a child, my mom and I would always play and sing and dance, and so that's truly inspired by my relationship with my mom.
So, Chelsea, you are not a mom yet.
I'm not a mom
yet.
You're
writing this as a daughter, and thinking ahead to what your life will be like someday when you choose to have children. How does this kind of influence the woman that you want to be in that capacity?
I think a big theme in this book is acknowledgement and love. Those are the two themes. And I think whether we're moms or not, we all don't acknowledge ourselves enough. And I think, though, moms especially don't acknowledge themselves enough.
Yes.
So that's the message I want to send. And I know that kids, they mimic our behavior, right? So if a kid sees their mom acknowledging themselves, I hope that that child can go on and acknowledge themselves and love themselves. And so I would, as a mom, I'd want to set that example.
Amen to that. That is a beautiful sentiment. You've got it all figured out already.
Well, I don't know about that, but thank you.
So how do we get it? When do we get it? What a perfect Mother's Day gift.
So, yeah, it is out in time for Mother's Day. It is available on my website. That's coloreverything.love, L-O-V-E, and you'll see why it's a .love and not a .com when you read the book.
Okay.
And actually, a portion of proceeds from all book sales from my site go to the local nonprofit Sojourner Center, which helps women, children, men, and pets in domestic violence situations. It's also on Amazon as well, and it's in 2 local boutiques so far in Scottsdale.
Congratulations to you, Chelsea. A labor of love since the age of 11, so obviously very special. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We love talking about